All right, back for another stream here. Um, yeah, things went pretty good yesterday. I just had some broker issues. With this new challenge, I recognized that the leverage is actually really kind of small for what I do. It's a small challenge. It's 5%ers for those that don't know. And I'm looking to take two or three challenges at the same time and have them be on different kind of risk profiles. This one is going to be a low risk profile, long term, approach to this account. 5% is offer this ability to basically grow the account size as you keep your profit in the account. So I think, yeah, there's like levels. So every X percent that you make, you can go to the next tier of account size, eventually getting up to as big as I think 4 million. So taking a 100K account, long-term goal for that account is to get it up to up to 2 million. I've got another prop firm challenge that I'm entering with Hydra. I've done the prop firm challenge with them before. They were using a broker that spreads were just redonkulous, sometimes up to 4 or 5 pips, which was a real letdown. It was a huge waste of money, to be honest. The spreads just kept wicking me out, and recording those processes and then back testing and watching the live results was absolutely unbelievable. It was like watching robbery occur. Anyway, so they've got a better broker this time. I've kind of tested it out, and we're ready to commit to that. But that account's not just quite set up, so we're just going to trade the 5%ers account this morning during Asia. Make sure everything's working well. I use Magic Keys to help put in my orders nice and quickly, and I just want to make sure all my systems are just well dialed, so I'm not like stressing it all when it comes time to throw down. So this is just another little example. We might in the stream just lubricate, do some really low lot size trades just to ensure everything's nice and fluid. All right, let's dive into the charts and do a little bit of overview, a little analysis of what's going on for us. So, yesterday we were very keen to get into this pullback. We noticed a lot of liquidity under these double bottoms, under this low. We swiped all of it, and I was looking to get short. The truth is actually this was London short here. Bounced off the 200 EMA, came back down, and this is where my stream stopped because of broker issues. Look, there's a 50 pip trade there that I had sized up. So there were two or three really good trade ideas that I managed to get on top of. Just unfortunately technical difficulties prohibited me from getting in on them. But I'm glad I didn't FOMO, glad I didn't panic too much, just went and dealt with the thing, and all good. There's infinite opportunities in this market, and if anything, if you've called something out that worked out well, it's just kudos to your process. It's kudos to your ability to recognize valuable trades as a trader. So it only is a positive thing. Obviously, desperately, drastically attend to the flaws that prohibit you from executing with haste, speed, and accuracy. But the fundamentals, the thing that make money, being able to see opportunities and dive in on them. So these things I need to just kind of hone are small things, just technicalities. All right, so look, we had this big downward move at the end of last week. We had a nice big retracement up to the 21 daily. Right now, we're still trending under the 21 daily. We've had resistance come off the 1 hour 200 twice now. Big resistance off New York yesterday, coming back down low, but failing to find any momentum further than that. So we're still bearish. We definitely are looking to see if we're going to test this low. That would be a really good really logical place for price to go. We've obviously got this liquidity above this spike here. We've got quite a ways to venture to get up there, but we've been building liquidity above. We've been building this liquidity above on the sell side. So there's a likelihood that we could go attack this liquidity before making a lower down. We also, we've freshly taken out a lot of this liquidity here, and we filled in this fair value gap yesterday. So there is a bit of a void in this area. We see that the last, sort of inefficiency in the market here was a spike down, and it's really below there that we start to tap into these long liquidities, and start to trap these buyers that were looking to take reversals off here. So there's a chance that we could range, seeing as there's quite a bit of distance between both buyers and sellers, and if there isn't any fundamentals driving the market, market makers would have to move the market. Look, we're looking at 170 pips there, 200 pips up there. So there's a few limited options for market makers to basically trap peeps. The one is just to create really strong narratives, and to entice people into the market, then take them out. And the other is just to consolidate and to just constantly, pretend and create the narrative that we're going to be going somewhere and just never go anywhere. So, when the 15 EMA and the 200, when the 15-minute 200 and the 5-minute 200 are close together, it's generally what I call dead zone, which is a non-sort of trading environment for us. We've had quite a lot of reactions here. These reactions have proven to just negate themselves. If you see this big move here, we're basically hovering around the equilibrium. And then even if you see this move here from yesterday, we're very close to equilibrium. That's just showing that market really wants to kind of consolidate right now. So we have got a bit of inefficiency in this spike down from yesterday, which was taking out these longs that were like, okay, confirmed reversal, we broke character here, we had our pullback, we made our low, we took liquidity. A lot of peeps would have got in here, and they got definitely slapped in the face for doing that. The buyers were eating shit yesterday, which is showing buyer strength. We didn't see a nice reaction off the buy side there, so that was literally just take them out and keep things moving sideways. So this was a really nice buyer's narrative that then just got mitigated. So not showing buyer strength necessarily. Because we're having these reactions of the 1 hour 200, and this reaction came up here and did not take any liquidity. There was no real liquidity from this spike to be taken apart from this EMA. So it definitely would have tapped into this EMA as it spiked up here. I guess there was a little bit of liquidity above, but I don't think we would have tapped into that. And again, if peeps are really invested in this sell side here, they would have put their stop above this spike, above the 21 daily as protection. So I don't think there would have been too much volume above here. I think this was just a reach at this 1 hour 200 for the swing traders that were getting off these two moves. Nice turnaround there. So in terms of plausible sort of situations, let's just take a look at Dixie here and see what we got. We got a little bit of a push above the 15 EMA, and so that's showing us that we could possibly be coming to test these highs up here from last week and up here. So we could be seeing some more downside potential, a little bit bullish on the dollar. We had this huge run up and we haven't really retraced too deeply. We found support here at this lower high, and we've shown that there's a bit of a bullish sentiment continuing up, and we are struggling to break below this 5-minute 50 right now. So that's still showing a lot of bull strength. So I'm still bearish. We're under the 21 EMA, under the 1 hour, under the 15. Let's take a look at what sort of liquidity we've created yesterday and what Asia might look to be taking out, whilst keeping in mind that we are in a dead zone. If we're going to be entering trades, we shouldn't be too ambitious. Just get in and get out, get good risk to reward, but let's not just shoot for the moon here. Okay, let's get back into my 1 minute chart and just take a look at the narrative from yesterday. So yeah, we were here, and this is our entry into the trade. Yeah, we did take profit on a very small lot size. Like, I think it was like $12. I'm not even going to put it into my score. But yeah, we ended up getting in well late on that, and then yeah, we kind of consolidated for the rest of London. To, into the open, we basically pushed in, created a nice trend line up, created some bullish liquidity, took them out viciously, and this is a really nice setup that I like to trade if we're trading quite far above the 50 EMA. Before open, we definitely tend to retrace back to the 50 EMA. And yeah, we created this nice, downward movement, and the spike eventually took out that liquidity. Had a little bit of reversal, taking out any of these shorts that basically placed a trade into this impulse here, and then we just efficiently moved around. So yeah, nothing too interesting. I mean, there might have been a trade off this long fair value gap here on the reversal. Probably could have traded that down. I would have been quite confident to do that. And yeah, we'd just be tackling these lows. I mean, these lows definitely built up liquidity. If we started making that impulse leg up, peeps would have been getting involved. So there would have been a few take profits along the way. Yeah, with these double highs right here, that definitely was begging to be taken out before heading down. That roped people in that spike. And I think I'll just kind of cop a lot of that out for noise, but we definitely had some sellers eat shit over here, and then we had these buyers eat shit over here. So efficient marketplace in which buyers and sellers are not doing too good. Okay, so here we are. Asia open, we didn't gap down or anything. We're just kind of retracing back to the 5-minute 200. And we are not really having any strong reaction off this 200 right now. I'm just going to adjust my parameters here, because the charge multiplier is not really showing us a realistic situation. Yeah, you want this charge to be growing a little bit more slowly. Okay, so creating a little bit of bullish liquidity here. Look at that nice move here. Big old inefficiency, nice spike. Oops. And it pulled back to the 50 on the FEG. So there was definitely some interesting longs to be had over here. So we've got a little bit of liquidity building up. Is there liquidity below? I just don't think, there wouldn't have been too much volume this time of day. And there's just no volume over here. I mean, this would have been really low risk to reward setup, so this is kind of minimal liquidity. We're just going to make that small line, so it looks like it. To be honest, there is definitely liquidity chilling up here. Strong impulse down, rejection of these lows makes a new low. So sellers would have been interested in getting in once we'd made like a lower high, and that got confirmed. So yeah, sellers have been doing pretty good. We got tested over here. Once we confirmed that a lower high was getting made, and then they got taken out, and then we made the lower low, but we haven't broken this low, and we haven't proven that this is valid here. This is obviously a significant sort of area to check out. We break above this, we're definitely coming from gonna go and reach for this liquidity. So this line, this is quite an interesting proposition here. 30 pips to come get that liquidity, 25. Let's just make this 2-3 pips big, so I have a good estimation of where wicks might be heading. So yeah, that's a nice move right there. This 1 hour 200's been hit, so if we are really intentionally bearish, I don't think we're going to go as high as the 1 hour 200. It's been pretty well cleared out at this point. Okay, we're having a nice inducement lower, 200 EMA bounce. Let's see if we grab this liquidity, or let's see if we just rope in some sellers to take them out. So not enough of a narrative for me to be getting too confident about what might be heading on. I'm not sure if this music's too loud. Might be, might not be. So yeah, our sells, I would look to take a buy up to this liquidity and a sell below. That's a nice setup. Yeah, let's see how this operates. If we get a nice impulse down and then we test this 15-minute, we could basically have a nice sell. Again, if we get into any sells right now, we're going quite far south. If we break below here, there's a good chance that we're going all the way down here. So there are two very interesting points. In between, we just want to see our clear narrative. We don't want to really be trading in between here so much, unless it's just an obvious clear narrative. So in order to really understand the agenda, what's going on, we're just going to look for these FEGs. Agenda currently said, okay, we want to go up higher. We're now collecting orders around the 205 minutes. So we could assume that this FEG and this movement up here was just getting sellers into the market. Okay. So there could be a consolidation happening, the accumulation, or we could be creating a narrative to take out sellers. So let's just wait for things. So it's a nice impulse down, roping in some selling action. Okay. I'm just going to revisit some concepts that I've been writing recently, as this is just a really good way of just keeping my head on the game on realizations that I make. So whilst waiting for things to shape up, keeping my eye on them, I like to just recap on my notes, make sure my structures and my systems are all in place. I'll show you guys, or I'll just show myself, but yeah, show future people that might be checking out this channel what my trade journaling is about. Okay, so the war of trading. To collect orders, market makers need to make or react off logical and clear narratives. The only way that market makers can play the game is really in quick swipes or tight consolidations. These create confusion and commitment by traders, and it's commitment essentially that creates opportunity. Once traders are invested in the market, that's exactly when they are liable to be getting taken out. The most cost-effective way to create a narrative is by using an impulse at a key pivot point, and or creating a large order at an exhaustion point to trap already obviously bought in sellers and buyers. When trends occur, these conditions are generally fundamentals, and it creates a situation in which the sellers or buyers are so strong and they are holding on to their bias and positions that it's very hard to manipulate. They are simply outnumbered, and creating large orders will more often than not just get gobbled up. So although trending markets occur, there is an interesting continuum to be taken care of and looking out for, which is that the longer a trend occurs, the more vulnerable participants become, because essentially every time a buyer steps in, there's less buyers in the market willing to buy. And then if they are in, what they are doing is creating a greater and greater demand for the liquidity that they've just provided with their stops. So there's this counterintuitive force that is working against the trend. And it's inevitable at some point that the exhaustion of the buyers or sellers will kick in, and market makers will take advantage of the loss of momentum. And yeah, so Commitment to a position is where the trap occurs. Conviction of a win is where a loss already happens. Now, this is an interesting concept, and for each individual trader to acknowledge. Your conviction that the trade is going to go in your favor is exactly where you lose when you lose. Let's think about this. Every single trade opportunity is happening of a logical decision. It is a recognition of some pattern, of some point of data that you are making a logical prediction of. So it makes sense that if you're a real wolf in this game, you are playing at individuals' logic, because that's the only way that they can make decisions. So you are literally using chaos and creating incredibly logical narratives in order to take advantage of the logical trader, because there really is no other way to be making an informed decision other than a logical one on the technical side, right? So a trader's sense of conviction is so flawed, because the more logical your conviction, the more obvious it is to mess up, the greater the target is on your back, you know? So, of course, using confluence that that includes the perspective of the wolf enables you to supersede this sort of idea that the market is just some sort of logical higher, lower, low sort of situation that is occurring. That there isn't actually like a war going on in which buyers and sellers are eating shit and trying to fuck each other over. So, yeah, traders committing to trades, and the volume in the market is not necessarily exclusively reflected in a candle's movement, and that creates a bit of a veil for most people that aren't looking at order books and such. A standard like volume indicator is not counting how many positions are flying back and forth. It is literally just measuring how much movement there is in the candle. If the ticks are moving up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, it'll represent a lot of volume. Because remember, these indicators aren't connected to level 2. They're just connected to the price, and that's all they're making their indications of. So even that is kind of flawed. I mean, obviously, it is a bit of an indication if you see price, wicking up and down, left, right, and center, showing a lot of buyers and sellers passing hands. But in no way is it showing, accumulation. Because essentially, what could happen is a market maker, you could just hold both sides of the bid and the ask, like firmly, and the candle won't move too much. It won't show a lot of volume, but they could be accumulating in a big way. So important to know, I mean, that the candle doesn't really represent what the intentions are and what is going on in terms of bigger players entering the game. The candles represent and expose them when obvious liquidity gets swiped. That's our most obvious indicator, when we see that there are quick movements to specific vulnerable price points and quick movements out. Like, that's the only way that you can really expose the wolves, is by acknowledging, because they can't hide the fact that they're taking out stop losses, right? So the volume profile indicator, where you find a point of control, it's using the similar metrics, but obviously, when you're using this tick variations over a longer period of time, it becomes a bit more accurate. So it's definitely more accurate of a volume indicator than just the linear candle by candle one. Okay. Look, I mean, so in the short term, the only bias at any trader is to focus on is committed to trades where people are vulnerable to giving up their position. Obviously, we are taught and we want to be making trades in the long term. I'm just going to jump out of this because we're obviously seeing a bit of momentum here. We're making a nice FEG off this 200 EMA. Nice strong movement down. I like what I'm seeing. Let's see what Dixie's doing. Dixie's pumping. Dixie hasn't broken the highs from London, so let's see how it does. But you know, it might work out some highs and come back down. Very nice candle, very clean bounce off the 200 EMA. And as we said, there was no real liquidity above and below, so we've had a nice move off here. This I'm noticing that I'm feeling a bit of greed, because what's happened is something very obvious. You know, a 200 EMA bounce, and it really is at these moments that a lot of traders are getting roped in. If I'm feeling the obvious, oh shit, I missed an obvious movement, I'm not the only one, and there's going to be other traders getting in on this. So yeah, unfortunately, there's just no real obvious intentions by market makers here to jump in on. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we break this high on Dixie, or if we retrace. Yeah, I'm definitely more interested in a buy in this situation, because the narrative is so obvious. It's way too obvious for me to get involved in. Yeah, oh, a bounce off the 200 5-minute, you know. These things do occur though. I'll take that into mind. We've got a nice fanning out of the on the EMA, showing that the bearish sentiment is very much here. We've got these lows that need to be tested. It's quite a 50 pip move down to the lows. We've got these double bottoms here. A little bit of liquidity. Let's not get too excited and start drawing things that might not exist. Let's see what happens when we start to take out this pre-market liquidity, pre-open. Still a little sickly, it seems. Just gonna get Dixie open on my other screen there, so just see how things are going together. Starting to reach into this liquidity. Kind of overextended move. How many pips was this move? 20 pip candle and 3 candles on the 1-minute chart. It's a lot of aggression. What are they going for? It's not necessarily fundamentals. This is the inducement. This is looking like a real inducement, yeah. You know? We're not grabbing any necessarily liquidity. I mean, there's this double bottom here. I reckon we're gonna bounce up, swipe up liquidity, then make our way down. Yeah, I mean, that makes me way more interested in this trade. Let's just say we entered here and say, okay, cool, that was just a quick inducement. Let's just see how that would have played out. Let's trace it up with 4 to 1. Inducement up. Inducement down. Yeah, this inducement up hasn't really paid its price. Let's just put this stop like 2 pip below. Still 3 to 1. Let's see. Yeah, with the TDI totally flagging right now. Dixie's rejecting that move. That candle created a bit of an inefficiency on its move up. Oh, okay, it wants to go lower. Okay, we've taken out these lows. What about these lows? A little sickly still. Okay. So we're going for these lows, these double bottoms. I mean, a lot tastier than any of this nonsense. Yeah, I like that. Dixie's not showing us that this is like fucking pow. You know? Not just yet, anyway. Look at the 10-second chart, gives me a bit more fidelity. We're checking this stuff out. You can see these moves. Pick up the ribbon fall. Oh, shit. This is a big move, no retracement. Very inefficient move. This is reaching. 100% reaching. We're in dead zone right now. Nothing here. A little inefficiency here. No follow through on Dixie. This is a 10-second chart, Heikinashi. Okay. Let's see. We're getting close to this 5-minute close. We're finding a little bit of rejection here. Let's see if we break structure and break this high. I'm just gonna put a little marker on there. Yeah. Stuck in a dead zone. Nice impulse. Roping in sellers. So. Yeah, if we get an FEG up here, I'm definitely going to interested to take this up to that liquidity. Let's see. Yeah, so are we breaking structure? Yeah, we broke structure here. Still not interested just yet. Let's see how it reacts to this 9 EMA. That'll be a nice teller. If this 9 EMA makes it low, this thing wants to go lower. If it breaks this 9 EMA already, you know, so that does give us an interesting point of entry. You know, if we're going to break there, what are the odds? Yeah, the odds are pretty high that we're going to come up here, right? And let's stop below there. That's a 1.73. Let's just do 2 pips below. Interesting little setup there. Let's just keep waiting it out, see what happens. Dixie's making moves towards those highs, looking to break them. This might be a genuine move. We are in the dead zone right now, so I'm testing those highs on Dixie right now. As you can see. These are 5-minute candles. Okay. And a complex pullback on the 1 minute, on the 10-second. Let's see. Okay, we had our reaction off the 9 EMA. Let's see if it fails to create a new low. I might be interested to enter on a break here, ride it up to this and move my stop to 0 pretty soon. That would be a pretty safe trade. So we enter over here, we just move our stop to below the structure here, and when price gets up to this high, we move stop to 0 and hope it goes all the way up to this liquidity area. So I'm just going to get this ready. We're moving up that way, and we're rejecting quite firmly. We're in our little zone. Yeah, I'm entering. It says I can't enter. Gosh, this stuff is really beginning to irritate me. Yeah, fixed lot size. Apparently I couldn't enter there, and look, I would be doing just great. I've checked my margin levels, so definitely should be getting in. Let's just see if there's an FVG gap that got created here. We got this sell here. What a bugger. I'm just gonna, so this is second technical difficulty here. Yeah, I can't buy a one size lot, so that's interesting. I definitely have enough margin on this account to do that, so I need to really check that out. We had a nice pullback. Let's see how it does. We broke this 9 EMA straight. That's showing quite a lot of weakness. And we're pulling back to a nice entry point here. On the 5 minute, we've made a white wick here. We've still got a minute to this close. Signs of weakness. Okay, open Coke. Up here 91 to 200. Just apparently I can't open up 0.8 size lot on a 25k account, which is, my math shows me that ain't right. That ain't right. So either the leverage is not connected to this account or what, but definitely ain't right. Let's check it out. Probably a 0.5 is too small. Wow, this is kind of crazy. We're breaking through on the Dixie. Like, look at this. Why has it squashed my price? It squashed my chart for no reason. And now we're on Euro GHB. Anyway, let's just chill out. I really need to figure this stuff out here, man. I'm not happy with the fact that I can't trade like a legitimate lot size on this prop firm account. You know, that definitely is not right. Right now, it's able to a 0.5 on a. So let's just see here. If my stop is 25 pips, so it's basically like you can only enter trades that have a 50 pip stop loss to risk 1%. Man, I guess this prop firm's out to just fuck you over, man. Again, like the leverage is 1 to 20. So that's 20 times 25k. So 10 times 25k is obviously 250k times 2, 500k. 500k account, how many lots do you think you can fit of gold? Probably a lot more than 0.5. That's annoying and loud. Trade's gone in our direction. We haven't stopped to zero now. Let's go grab that liquidity. Crazy. I mean, basically, for a 3-to-1 trade, I can only make, if it all works out as planned, 0.4% on the account. 0.4%. That's impossible to enter to do well in the long term. Possible. Anyway, yeah, I'm contacting the support here. Okay. Yeah, I guess I've been streaming this whole time. I was dealing with customer service at my prop firm company. Yeah, it turns out that that shit ain't right. The math ain't right. So they're fucking you over somehow. Their shit isn't together. Um, Research all the math. The limitations on my lot size is not correct. It doesn't line up with the account size and the leverage. So here I am putting a fucking giant ass prop firm in its place by not having the most basic part of their business under wraps. Ridiculous, isn't it? Ridiculous. 5% is real fucking let down. Been told 24 hours, 48 hours to get this thing resolved. So yeah. Anyway, I was in that trade. Obviously entered in super late because of the stupid lot sizing. Trying to get small lots in. Decided to get to move my stop to zero. As I said, when we broke above this region, we found support here at the 50 EMA. And made another leg down. So it does give us another opportunity to enter here, but let's be safe and safer than sorry. The sellers could easily just take advantage of this move and just take out these buyers that saw this attack on liquidity that's going to be coming up here. As you can see, this follow through is showing a little bit of weakness. We've had two big candles. That's a nice strong candle on the 1 minute, but all we're doing right now is continually roping in more sellers. I mean, if there was a narrative, remember coming into this session, there wasn't really much of a narrative giving us any buy side or sell side sort of biases. Right now, sell side bias is getting stronger and stronger. We've made a lower high here, and yeah. And we're just seeing some weakness. This lower high needs to take out this low in order for this move to be validated as just genuine. We didn't take out this buy side liquidity, but remember, I'm not too bent on this liquidity being worthy of taking. This is late New York, like New York close sort of stuff, and it is a double bottom bit. I do not expect there to have been a lot of volume at that time. Oh, it does seem like there was quite a bit of a volume. Comparatively, not so much though. Similar volume to what we're facing now here in Asia. Interesting. So yeah, there might be a little run on this liquidity before moving up. So let's just be patient here, shall we? Okay, it seems like the funny little ones there at 5%ers are getting back to me. Got a ticket ID for them. Let's see what customer service is like with this, guys. Because remember, we are looking at taking on a mill account with these people, so they better have their bloody shit on order. You can't fuck around with $1 million account like this. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go for our second leg down. Continue this bearish narrative. Probably look at taking out that double low liquidity before possibly coming higher. I really dig this bearish sentiment here. The sellers are looking strong right now. Yeah, failed to break above this collapsing ribbon here. Failed to break above the 50. First strong bounce, impulse and bounce off the 50 is quite a strong selling trade. So yeah, I mean, my bias was set up on this liquidity. I mean, it's not that much liquidity being taken out there. Maybe that was just like, cool, we'll just grab what we can off the 200 and then make our way down. There's a good chance that that's actually part of the narrative here. Okay, you can bug off, Kim. Thank you. So yeah, let's just see the follow through on this. Let's see if they're able to take out this, you know, buy side stuff. Look at the compression on this side. This first leg, so strong. Second leg, not strong at all. We're coming up to the end of the hour. Let's see what this hour candle is saying. Okay, we had more our candles looking strong bearish, but we still haven't taken out these lows here. So not exactly the strongest hour close one could imagine. Still 3 minutes obviously until it closes. On the 15 minutes, we had this strong candle that got wicked up. We then had this doji here. We retraced him. Now we've got a double bottom, very clear double bottom here now. Of this move, this is looking like it's getting rejected off here, off these lows. Yeah, look, we're even looking to break structure up here. I mean, this fair value gap is giving us an opportunity for sellers to get in. Probabilistically, yeah, we definitely roped in a bit more sellers now. Yeah, look, we're going for it now. We are heading for it. That's a really nice strong candle, like that candle. Giving us confidence in our setup for liquidity coming up and taking out these highs. This account is now just kind of useless. I mean, I can just trade these small lots and have a little gander, but I really want to be making progress on this prop firm account. Only been giving like a quarter of the buying power that I should have on this account, which would just take to pass a 3-phase account on a quarter of the buying power that you're supposed to be allocated. So it's not only are you doing 3 times, you're doing it almost each time times 4. Okay, that candle was monstrous coming up for a 1-minute candle. It looks like we reached in and we grabbed some of this bearish liquidity, but I don't think we're quite satisfied with that. We've got this fair value gap here. We could place a limit order. Let's do that, and just in case we get lucky here. Market pending, and that will be around 2020-890. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be getting that pullback there. Stop below. Cool. Got a little trade open, but yeah, I'm totally gonna. Let's see. Maybe we'll get a little pullback. We definitely gobbled. Oh, these sellers, poor peeps, getting juiced out. Yeah, we're coming up here. We are coming up here quite confidently. Got a market order. Yeah, a limit order set a little bit lower. Yeah, I mean, there's a chances at the end of this 1 hour here, we're just wicking liquidity before coming back down. That yeah, market makers don't have that much juice to come up here and take more liquidity off before heading down. And there's a chance of that, so it's not a very strong trade to be trading. But look, if we break these highs right here, there's a scalp opportunity for sure from there to there. 15 pip. So what I'll do is I'll just arm that trade. And stop quite low. Yeah, it's good. It might wick us in here. That's looking just like a liquidity grab, huh? I'm gonna play this trade up to the upside. We'll see if this thing keeps making its rounds lower. Um, yeah, if we break this low here, I'll get out. Okay, we nearly tapped in. Tap me in. Boom. Tapped in. Okay, we're in this trade. Are we? Hello? Magic Keys is not showing me where I'm currently at, but I like the fact that I'm tagged in on that. Let's monitor this trade. Yeah, it's not tagging me in. Man, I'm definitely having some serious broker issues right now. Crazy. It was hovering around my and then let's cancel this order here. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna keep a nice tight stop on this low here, assuming that this move is gonna continue. It's only $13 loss with a 55 win. So very small lot sizes here, best we can manage. Yeah, I want to see this basically eat up this fairly gap, which we've done now. We've got 10 seconds left on this candle. Look, it's making lower lows. Getting squeezed lower, but the momentum's still on the buy side, I reckon. Get these tunes playing again. Okay, there you go. Oh, strong week. We entered somewhere around here. Our stop is just below. Let's take out this fair value gap. I don't like this weakness here. Minimal risk. Let's see. Second sign of weakness. Getting rejected. We still have 40 seconds on this candle. Let's check out the 1 minute. 10 seconds, right? Form lower high. Lower highs. Making a higher low. We are bouncing with the 50 on the 1 minute. Yep. Nice candle. We're reaching up for a 20 pip move here. This is a 64 trade setup here. If only we had appropriate loss size. Okay, so basically what happens is when this candle closes, I want to see follow through. I'm going to move my stop to 0. Yeah, there's our follow through. We're now risk free in this situation. We're now cruising. That's what I wanted to see. We're up 7 pips. Coming up higher. Looking good. That's exactly what we want to see. Now we're in this zone here. There's no liquidity left below. 100% we're going to be making our liquidity, making our move up here. I think it'd be unusual for this candle to not. Losing steam a little bit. Look at that. Bam. Strong candles. What have we got in Dixie? Dixie's showing a huge dumpage down Oof. Okay. So and this is why we have our indicators. We are right now bouncing off the 15-minute. Are we going to break below the 15-minute, or are we going to find support? We haven't tapped into that liquidity up above. There's a chance we get walled out here. To be honest, I would close half of the position here. So I closed half at 7 pips. We'll see if it makes it all the way up to the top. And we're seeing that resistance kick in, just as we expected from the, and this is why I have these indicators made, I guess. We could still be patient, it could still continue, but to be honest, for it to break below both of these on the Dixie is unlikely. So this might be a failed liquidity reach here, which would mean a really good opportunity to go short, to be honest. Now, where would we get confirmation that this is failed? I guess breaking this low, we're then coming down below for sure. If we break this low of this this move here, so yeah, if we get stopped out of break even here, we break this low confidently. Definitely look at getting in on a short, but as expected, we're coming up for this liquidity. This is a void. This is in this area we're gonna see movement. I mean, these people thinking this shit's an order block or whatever it might be, but fuck order blocks. I'm not into them. Got impulse to origins, I guess. That's just a very common setup. Let's go to the 10-second chart, yeah. This is a very common setup for me, but to be honest, the origin is up here. Anyway, we're out of any risk and we've taken some profit on this move, so can't complain. I mean, could take the whole position off at 8 pips, seeing as we're finding some facility resistance. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just trail the stop, just maximize the profit potential of this position. There you go, stop moved below this candle here. That's where my current stop is. Can't take profits up here. See how things go. Yeah, I think there's just 5 pips on that. There you go, got taken out, so we're out of this trade, and I'm expecting this to come down now. It's not going to manage to break these 15 EMAs. So, I mean, to be honest, this would probably be a good time to get in a short and set stops above here. Going for these lows. Excuse me, fellas. When I say fellas, I just mean me. Yeah, we're standing. That jump doesn't quite fit in at this point. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Dixie's showing resistance at the... Yeah, Dixie's showing resistance at the 15-minute. Confused structure here. Made high. Haven't been able to break this low. This seems to be quite an important low, to be honest. You're going to break a structure down there to, or change character, whatever terminology you give that. But yeah, we've made double lows, double bottom here. So yeah, would I be holding this short position? Yeah, look, I think what we're gonna see right now is a bit of consolidation. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some indicators, some alerts at the borders of this little block here. See what the agenda is. I'm still interested in shorts off this area. Yeah, the reason this follow through didn't happen here is because 15 at 200 bounce on Dixie. Look at that resistance and confluence. Yeah, it's a great indicator, man. You guys are welcome to have it. Keep talking to people that aren't here, but fuck it, man. Yeah, for the future person, you might see this. Want a sick indicator that shows you when these moments are gonna occur? Yeah, well, hit me up. Yeah, so the sell side narrative now is halted. Sellers were getting in. This lower high here was definitely getting peeps excited. They got fucking fucked. You know, we've got our first hour candle printed now, and there's quite a big discrepancy between the high and the low. We got 30 pips, and we're currently ranging. And in terms of fib, we're right in that golden zone. So right now there hasn't been a clear display of narrative. Obviously, if we're bearish, this is all considered premium. If we're bullish, this is all considered premium. So I reckon we're definitely more on the bearish side, saying this is premium. So it's going to be an interesting challenge for market makers to ramp up into this area, try to get Dixie to close below the 15-minute 200 and the 5-minute 200. That's a very strong candle here. Yeah, I think this is accumulation before our move continues, right? Because obviously, if we had a strong breakthrough here, buyers are stepping in on Dixie in a huge amount that hard to control as market makers. Let's just at this pivot point bring it down, show a bit of a bearish sentiment, get people confused a little bit of what might be going on, range a little bit, collect orders, continue higher. Where that narrative will start to break down, I guess, is if we start to make our way towards these lows. We really don't want to see too much further breakdown, although it's possible. We don't want to see strong candles moving down here, because that's just, when I said we don't want to see it, for that narrative, for the narrative that the bulls are in control of the dollar, we don't want to see strong bearish movement here for nothing. You know, I mean, you'd have to cruise quite far to start looking at getting liquidity off New York session. Possibility, yeah, still not buying it, so let's just put another alert here, see if we're able to break this low. Looking like we're going to do it right now, which obviously means yeah, continued movement to the upside. right, guys. Well, look, I am going to continue trading here. I'm going to take a little meditation. It's been a long morning. Whenever I deal with um, technical issues, geez, that shit exhausts me more than trading does. You know, dealing with technical support and trying to figure out an account. And again, it's definitely taking out some of the motivation. Okay, nice. We're making our move on the way up now. Up to the 200 EMA. Like this. I did say that we would be. So that was just the initial bounce of the charged Dixie 15-minute EMA. And then it found strength again to come up to this move. Yeah, I mean, definitely taking out the sell side narrative now. And these sellers are getting trapped right about now. For sure, hardcore trapped. Which is great. Great. We might have another opportunity here where I can get some minuscule pips involved. Close off this session before you can observe this move. Okay, we've crossed that low on Dixie. Failed, rejected. Okay, well, initial prediction of price coming up to these highs, take liquidity to then go down lower. It's coming through. We can see big move into rejection of continuing to go down in these lows, knowing that very likely if we break these lows, it's going to be hard to hold that wave back. So could be the reason why we had the strong candle. The strong candle also gives us very weak hour close. So it gave us this long, tall wick 1 hour candle, which would have been easy to manipulate, just flood the market with some buy orders there. We then were well on our way to grabbing this liquidity, but then we came into a surge of orders in the other direction, which was correlated to the bounce on the 15-minute 200. And that move literally just got stopped in its tracks. One candle, no follow through. So yeah, it continued. These biased traders, market makers, have managed to continue moving it up. And we've taken out those highs, taken out the 200 EMA, and we're finding a little bit of consolidation up here. I think what we could be doing right now is just roping in sellers that are seeing this double top, consolidate a little bit, stick our greedy little finger well above all of this, then make our move down. So we're very close to having all our conditions met for a nice sell opportunity here. Let's see if, let's just see what happens. It's looking good though. Predictions in this market have been pretty good the last few days. Been able to call these moves quite quickly. Yeah, if I did stay in that trade, it would have been good, but we did retrace all the way back down to, and we had that danger zone, which was whether or not the 15-minute 200 Dixie orders would be able to break my stop, which is a high risk situation. So I think I played that really well to take half the position off right there, and then I closed, I think, the second half a little bit lower. So I think I got about 10 pips on that move, which is not bad for a scalp situation. Yeah, playing things safe, doing things right. It's the way we roll around. High probability situations and getting out when things become a little less confident. Yeah, this is really great. So what I want to see is actually a break of this low here, and then a finger up in an ideal world. Break the low, reach up, and smash it down. I reckon we've got some room to move. Yeah. 10-second chart. Watch the structure. High, low. High consolidation. Sell wall. We've got a sell wall at 2023 155 right now. Strong sell wall. Look at that. Made a lower high off that sell wall, and we're breaking below the 9 minutes. So we're definitely showing signs of weakness right now in terms of this move. We've had a very strong leg up with very little retracements. Maybe we're going to break structure down to the 3, to that flip level, and then up again. grab that liquidity solid. Any liquidity left on the 15 minute? Probably not. Looking like a failed breakthrough. Let's just wait it out a little bit longer. See what this, so we've made a new high off the 9 EMA, made a new now high. Really confirmation comes if we break this 9 EMA. Really want to see it kind of grab some of this 15 minute 200. You're right here. Let's just take a look here. We've definitely got, looks like a lot of bearish strength cruising here. If Dixie's going to cruise anyway, it's going to cruise to these low points here. And that could mean quite a lot of bullish action here on gold. And that would also just confirm that, you know, this 21 daily sideways action that I've seen numerous times. We end up just kind of ranging when, you know, we come into this 21 daily, a little bit of a, you know, a horizontal sort of form. So is there a little bit of liquidity? We've mentioned that there's this liquidity above here. We've acknowledged that we're in a bit of a dead zone. Liquidity above the 1 hour 200. We had 2 taps of that. So, man, if we're smashing through that a third time, we definitely might be deep into a range here. This is great in terms of this. What we wanted to see was grab at least the 15-minute liquidity before making a move down. We've got an interesting trend line here, I'm noticing. It's making a bit of an exponential move up, which is likely to be something that could be held for a long term, something with sustainable momentum here. Definitely created the seller's narrative and reversed it, so there's a good chance. We've also broken above the 1 hour. It's quite a strong double bottom. Liquidity grabs off this last hour. Maybe that was just an inducement to create top sell side liquidity. Because right now we're moving strongly here, with very little resistance. Let's see if we break the low of this 1 minute candle here. Yeah, look, I mean, we do have some liquidity up here. We're very close to it at this point, so I like what I'm seeing. This definitely took out a lot of buy side in New York. Getting lower and lower, so we could be coming up with all of this bearish sentiment that continuing lower, bounce off the 21 daily. I mean, that would be interesting. So what we're gonna do here is just continue to watch the pace of this move. I like the fingers. That's literally a finger agreed right there. This tight consolidation failed to break through the 9. That's showing quite strong bullish sentiment here. Very strong indeed. We could be selling and then see if we test this 15 minute. This is kind of giving me a bit more confidence. Let's get this open here. So in terms of protection, if we entered above here, I'm going to open a trade here. We've only got these small lots to play with, and let's just see if we retrace a little bit over here. broken this trend line here. We're now, in a way, we've broken through and retesting the 15. And on Dixie, we're finding a little bit of change of pace. We might retrace here. So I'm sold off the top here with a stop loss above. It's a little early for sure. 2 pips under currently. But let's just see. I wanted to see a little bit of an aggressive move down. Let's just continue to wait for this candle close. If we close above this candle, I'm not going to be that confident in this trade. If we close below this, I'm going to definitely hold this trade. So let's see. We've got 10 seconds. Let's close at least below this wick. It's looking good. 4 seconds. Boom. So that candle's closed. It didn't close below the wick. Let's just watch this trade carefully here. We want to see a nice strong move down, trapping any buyers that got it in here. That's what we want to see. Yeah, no reason to be getting out of this trade just yet at all. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing a nice move down. 5 minutes, what's that looking like? Okay, we've got this low here, yeah. This is the next important low that we need to be taking out. So I guess when we get to this low, I'm going to happily move my stop to 0. 6 pip stop, 5 pip stop. Showing a little bit of resistance here. Still have 51 seconds left on this candle, in all fairness, so we've got some time to consider things here. Move down, so a little bit of an exponential slowing here. Okay, continuation. See that getting rejected, but on this 9 EMA, I want to see failed breakdown of this 9 EMA. Yeah, I didn't really want to see that. So we're finding a little bit of strength. We might come in and take out these early sellers, which is what I am. Just keep taking a look here. We've obviously got this little high here. This would show a change of character. Dixie, what you doing here? We've got a very weak candle with Dixie looking. And that's definitely what we like to see. We don't want to see a lower high created here. Boom, that's nice. Yeah, we've got this trend line here that could definitely create a bit of momentum. 5 minutes, continue. Let's take out the low of this candle here. Let's see. Quite slow. Yeah, so we've definitely made this low. I don't necessarily want to hang up for some consolidation around a 15-minute EMA. I'm going to move my stop a little bit lower. Let's see if we break this. Break this doodad. Not breaking. Finding a resistance. -2 pips here. Yeah, we're going to reach up above. One pip loss at this point. Pretty chill. I didn't want to see that lower high. We're already making that lower low. So anything above there, I'm going to get out. Let's stay with this barrier structure here. Okay, I'm making a second attempt at this low. If we break below this right now, we're going to have quite a bit of a leg for sure. Looking like it's going to do that. We're at least making our way towards the 24. So we've just broken that. It's looking good. At this point, I'm going to confidently move my stop to 0. Stay risk-free, people. If we're in, we've done good to not get our asses handed to us. So stop is at 0 right now. We'll just put that in. We're kind of risk-free in this trade. Okay, so let's just keep running the narrative and see what happens. So we broke that low, especially on the 5-minute, which is looking good. We're coming down for this low. It's looking really nice. We're up 4 pips. Where is it gonna come? Are we coming down for this situation? Yeah, we definitely want to break that low. Let's look at the 10-second chart. We're hitting the 24 EMA. This is a very good time to take half the position off. It's only 4 pips. No, we've broken quite confidently. So I'm just gonna hold. I think we've still got some room to come down. We've just broken this low, so if we get to 6 pips, I might look at taking some off, especially here at the top of the candle high. So I'm going to close half the position here. Half is closed, and we want to see a run for these lows. Let's just articulate why. Well, we've broken above the 1 hour close. I don't want to see this 1 hour turn into support and we continue our move up. We've broken this trend line, showing us another sign of weakness. We've taken some topside liquidity of both the 15 EMA, so it is in us things are moving in favor. So we hit TP1. TP2 is going to be this liquidity pool here. Stop to break even. TP2, we're about 22.55. Having a little bit of a pullback here. So yeah, as we expected, we find some resistance off this 24 EMA as we've made a new high. We're still following the structure quite nicely. Let's see what the structure looks like here. We've just broken that structure, so we might be running at these tops again. So again, good time to take some profit off the table. So I'm happy just to let this run. I should update the stream right here. I had 2 wins. Just move this stuff the way it should be. testing the Dixie 15. This might be a better time to take off the second layer of profit. I'm gonna close this trade early just because we are retesting at 15 minutes, and I'm happy with that as too. We could trail the stop, I guess. Yeah, we could. Let's just trail it. Yeah, closed. Okay, so we closed second TP there. You can see, look, there's discrepancy going on. And why? Well, that's why people indicate approving to show us what's up. Okay, so I'm just gonna update my journal here. Let's just show you guys what's going on with the journal. So first trade was, what was the first trade? Okay, it was a buy of the 15 EMA cross, yeah. Kind of got a reversal when we had a 1-to-1 take profit there. We're in Asia, and this is a 25k account. I mean, to be honest, the risk was negligible, so we'll just keep it like that. Although I entered just brokerage problems. And the second one was a 15 EMA reversal win, also a 1-to-1 Asia. 100% win rate, people, in this stretch. Let's get in on this. The technical on the first one was liquidity above, and pulled out on a 15M bounce on Dixie. Slightly annoyed with brokerage, so profit inefficiencies. But managed to stay cool. Not gonna worry too much about spelling. There was anything. There was kind of no charge cruising on. It was market open. Yeah, into the fold. Yeah, a little bit of charge, there. And we got a 15M bounce. This gives us a bit more data later. Man, this sucks, innit? What's this account at? Up $30. Hoorah. All right, I'm gonna end the stream here. Looks like we continue to go down. We would have hit profit 2, TP2. So maybe I should be holding on to these trades a little bit longer. I mean, because this one was also, you know, man, it's like, look at the risk to reward profile on these trades. That was a 3.5 to 1. This is a 1.6 to 1. You know, what are the odds that it's just going to tap once and then just completely reverse? Low. Yeah, I'm not expecting any crazy things for the market today, but let's not expect anything, as we know. But yeah, I'm gonna be trading London and Asia and New York today. So I'm happy with 2 wins to start the day off. Let's just recuperate. Still feeling a little gassed out from my travels, and I've got some other miscellaneous admin to attend to, so I'm gonna hit that up. Yeah, until next stream.